First topic is going to be brought to us by FanDuel. Get ready to tackle all of your NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if that first $5 bet wins. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out all the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to join today. Never waste a hunch. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
So yesterday on my podcast, I talked with Charles Davis. We had a fascinating conversation about the media and football and stuff. But I also asked him about Madden football because, of course, he's one of the voices of Madden football. We talked about that, and he talked about all the great people that work on Madden football. It was a fascinating conversation. Check out my podcast that came out last night. But speaking of Madden football, apparently there's at least one owner in the NFL that has made at least 2 decisions that we know of based on Madden ratings. Now, you would assume that owner would be Jimmy Haslam because we know Jimmy Haslam to be, I don't know, not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He's a great owner.
No, he's a terrible owner.
No, he's a great owner.
Well, he's not. Well, you work for him partly, so
great owner.
Say whatever you want. I don't work for him. He's pretty bad. But it was not, in fact, Jimmy Haslam. It was Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets. Mike, you got the quotes there?
Yeah, I'm going to read this to you guys word for word from the article in The Athletic this morning because it is
this is Mike stalling for time right now.
It's pretty telling. Yeah, I had it open now. I think you'll find it. Okay.
Boy, your New Year's resolution
have not gone.
But this is
not gone.
No,
it is
it's
not
totally
taken.
fine. This
is not taken.
This is from The Athletic in regards to Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
And I quote, "A few weeks later, Joe Douglas and his Broncos counterpart, George Patton, were deep in negotiations for a trade that would have sent Jerry Jeudy to the Jets and given future Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers another potential playmaker. The Broncos felt a deal was near, then abruptly it fell apart. In Denver's executive offices, they couldn't believe the reason why. Douglas told the Broncos that Woody Johnson didn't want to make the trade because the owner felt Jeudy's player rating in Madden, the popular video game, wasn't high enough according to multiple league sources. The Broncos ultimately traded the receiver to the Cleveland Browns. Last Sunday, Jeudy crossed the 1,000-yard receiving mark for the first time in his career." End quote.
Now,
there's no way that this is true.
Right, it seems impossible. I said the same thing to Mike. I mean, Diana Rossini wrote this article, right, for The Athletic?
Rossini, Mike Silver, a couple different, the Jets athletic reporter all contributed to this report.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Mike, by the way, it's kind of gone quiet in the last few years. Mike Silver, I guarantee you, I'd bet my house, Mike Silver has blocked more people in the city of Cleveland on Twitter than anybody on the planet.
I wouldn't actually know.
Remember that? You know why?
Why?
Because he was the greatest Hugh Jackson apologist ever. So anytime somebody said something bad on Twitter about Hugh Jackson, he would block you on Twitter.
I remember he used to float them Hugh Jackson stories.
Yeah, he was a clown. He's a clown show. But Diana Rossini, she's a credible reporter, and I don't know. This story's hard to believe, though.
I can't believe it.
But why would they have put this story out there?
It's because there ain't nothing going on in New York,
make stuff up.
They ain't got nothing going on.
They're not going to make stuff up.
There is no way in the world that this man got on Madden.
You've been around these people. These owners, especially the ones, and I believe Woody Johnson is in this group, just like Jimmy Haslam's in the group. To me, I don't know how many billionaires there are in America. The ones that, listen, for the most part, to be a billionaire, you got to do some shady stuff, I would assume, right? Let's be honest.
I wouldn't know. I ain't a billionaire.
Okay. But at least the billionaires out there that did it on their own, that like Mark Cuban, right? He's a self-made man.
Okay.
He didn't get money handed to him from his family. He built his fortune. Guys like Jimmy Haslam and Woody Johnson, they were born on third and, think they hit a triple.
Shout out to Jim Harbaugh. Huh?
Shout out Jim Harbaugh. He's right, by the way. To Ryan Day from a football perspective. And so they don't live in reality. everything they own is a toy to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They treat their sport, guys like that, especially the ones didn't earn their own money, treat their teams as toys, just like we would as a kid treat our toys. Yesterday, G. Bush was telling a story about getting toys at Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. And then he had to share his toys. Mm-hmm. Well, and you didn't want to share your toys because they're your new toys. It's the same thing with these owners. They don't want to share their toys. They don't want to give any power to the GM. They don't want to give any power because it's my toy, it's my team. And ultimately, they're right. It is their team and their toy. They can do whatever the hell we want. But this was what makes me crazy is that fans correlate spending money with being a good owner. And while, yes, you would always prefer your owner to spend money, and that is a positive, it is not the only thing that makes a good owner.
Yeah,
and this is insane.
Bull is 100% correct in this fashion. Actually, to be truthful, this is 1,000% true. I have no doubt in my mind that it's 1,000% true. And fans, I think, are so detached from what the billionaires and trillionaires are doing. Like, there is a heavy class system in America, a heavy one. There is a class system amongst the top 2% or 1%, whatever it is. And it's been like that so long. We just come to accept the fact that those people are rich. The law don't want to apply to them. Right. They can do what they want.
And we'll just fight each other.
And we'll just deal with each other and argue back and forth. The fact that he's using Madden ratings and his kids are doing it, I think I read the article, and the article talked about how, the GM and some of the scouts in the front office said, we are literally reporting to 13 and 14-year-old kids. And
yes.
And so when you think of it, why would any owner operate their business like any different from any other billionaire owner? It's just, like you said, it just so happens to be a sports team. But for us, that sports team has some sort of meaning and value, and we wrap our identity into that brand. But what we don't understand is at the top of the food chain, because they don't talk to us and they're an echo chamber, they don't care about you. This is they got money. 100%. Like, when is the last time a billionaire was like, oh yeah, like, let's come up with something smart to do? They believe that they're a billionaire because it is their birthright. They are special because they have been enduring this money. You or the GM or the coach or the player, that's nothing. Because if you were as good as me, you'd be a billionaire too, but you're not. So why would I listen to you? So when people get mad and go crazy about what these owners be doing, I've been like, have you met a rich person? Have you met a rich person that do those rich people that go into restaurants and routinely treat service people bad?
Yeah.
Or their kids have fits on airplanes? Do you think those are the people that really care that you're upset that they're losing games?
They don't care.
They don't care at all. You don't exist. That check will come in regardless.
There was another part of that article, G, that the Jets ended up signing guard John Simpson this offseason. In the discussions on whether they should or shouldn't, Woody Johnson, the Jets owner, his two teenage sons told them they were concerned about Simpson because he had a low awareness rating on Madden. Yeah. And this is another excerpt from the article.
By the way, isn't Woody Johnson like 80?
He is old.
Yeah.
And he has teenage sons?
And
real quick, let me read this little excerpt because this shows just the dysfunction.
Yeah.
This is another quote from the article by Mike Silver, Zach Rosenblatt, and Diana Rossini from The Athletic. Quote, when we're discussing things, you'll hear Woody cite something that Brick or Jack read online. Those are his two teenage sons. That's being weighed equally against whatever opinion someone else in the department has. When I say equal, I mean equal, end quote.
Oh, my God. But I'm not surprised by this at all. You're not buying what they're selling. What do you think? They made up the whole thing?
It can't be that bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it can be.
It can't be that bad.
Oh, yeah.
So let me get this right. So let me paint this and tell me if I'm hearing this correctly. So you're telling me this man for the Jets, this owner, has a bunch of employees that he pays a nice salary to.
Yeah.
And he takes the advice from his kids.
That's what the article says.
That's what you're insinuating to me right now.
I'm not insinuating.
You're insinuating to me
that
this man pays millions of dollars to employees that he hired. He's got a whole staff. And when it's time to make a decision, he listens to none of them. He listens to his kids, who's teenagers, that plays a video
I
game.
can believe that.
Yeah.
100%.
What are we talking about right now? What? So basically, if I'm with the Jets, it's not about winning Super Bowls, being great, none of that. It's just I'm just getting the check.
No.
I just want my money.
He always says not every team's trying to really win.
What is this about? Why would I want to play for the Jets?
It mess your worldview up, don't
It
it?
really do, though.
Santa Claus.
What are you talking about right now? So if I go to the Jets, in my mind, I'm just here to get paid. I'm not here to win nothing. I'm just here to get paid.
Yes.
That doesn't mean the coaches and the players don't want to win, but
He ain't looking at it like that.
But how many owners?
It starts with the top.
Honestly, how many owners between baseball, football, and basketball? There's 100 owners, 90-something owners. How many of them really is winning the first priority? I don't know that it's that many, so it's kind of even.
Maybe 5%.
Well, I want to be with an organization that's part of that 5%.
Yeah.
Because it ain't just about the money. It's
Obviously,
about
they all want to win,
greatness.
but it's not the first priority. I don't think for
That's
most
terrible.
of them.
Well, what do you have it
Now,
for?
to be fair, I don't know this for a fact. This is just my opinion.
Well, the whole purpose is one of those things that, and I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I hope to
But
be
you're playing one on TV.
I hope to be one day now. You know what I'm saying? I get the right. I talk to the right people. I make the right investments. You know, I ain't doing no shady stuff, but I make the right stuff.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
you're never gonna be a billionaire.
Bam!
Yeah,
you might look up one day.
You gotta get you a sweatshop.
I might look up
somewhere.
one day. And I might have a Billy,
right.
but you'll never know because I'm gonna still be just like this. But anyways, I would hire people that knows football. Like if I'm a billionaire and I don't really know football, but I wanted a football team, obviously I'm gonna hire the guys. It's about trust, really, is what it is. I'm gonna hire the guys that I trust to put my team in the right situation, and I'm gonna stay out of it. Do your thing.
But here's the problem, Tyvis. These guys who have been rich, super rich their whole lives, nobody ever tells them no. Nobody ever pushes back on them.
Why?
I'm generalizing.
Why not?
Tyvis, what fun is it to be a billionaire and stay out of it?
Yeah, right.
You get all the credit when you win.
They want those people again feel that they are the smartest people in the world because I have what I got. So therefore, why would I hire you to tell me what to do? I need you for some assistance or some things because I don't feel like doing that. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just as qualified as you because you ever see a lot of people that don't respect people who do something at a high level? Like people will come to you and they'll say, "Oh, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about that. You do these 4-hour shows. You're not that smart. You don't know anything." But if you put them in front of a microphone and said, "Talk for 4 hours,"
They couldn't talk for 4
without
minutes.
losing their mind, they would be like, "Oh, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought."
Yeah.
There's no better example. We're going to talk Cavs in a sec, but there's no better example than Robert Kraft, who just put out an entire hit piece documentary on Bill Belichick to make it look like he had a bigger influence and a bigger
Facts.
part of the 6 championships the Patriots won
Facts.
because he hired Bill Belichick. And he was a good owner. He didn't meddle. He let Belichick do all his stuff. But now he's mad that he doesn't get the credit for that. And he put out I don't know if you guys watched the Patriots Apple documentary.
No.
It was
Who cares?
a straight hit piece on Belichick. He tried to make it seem like
Isn't
Robert
this
Kraft
whole
did.
isn't this whole thing about making more money?
Who was that dude? Who was the
If
dude?
my team is winning, more people's coming to support my team, more people's buying stuff, I'm making more money.
It's the credit.
Who cares about the credit?
That's what we.
You
live
say that
for.
now, Tyvis?
That,
But
I mean, I work.
of how
I'm
these
like
rich
that
dudes
now. I
operate.
don't care about no credit.